Superstars out. Hey. Brand new cars. Rock the shows. Don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground, man. The leader. Whole gang in the field. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Break with the stop.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score. And the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Gone! Detroit!
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. On the return, it's Washington. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Monday, down! 180! Where's it? Hut!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 24. Down. Blue 80. Light 14. Light 14. Express. Where's the hut? White down.
Shotgun now for Carr. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for...
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did something with that.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Mayfield showing why he was the number 1 overall pick. He's got the Browns on the move, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Right,
so 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Patriot! All right, now, look at 56.
They go play action. Mayfield going deep downfield for Raw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 40 yards. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Bryant Sachs. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. On the return, it's Washington. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a handoff to Crowell, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Okay, Cole, we got 4. Here we go. 7:34. Hey.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Out to the right here to Wilson. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Go, go.
A first down carry now for Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Sunday, down. Blue 80. White, white. Go, Chief.
On second down, here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
637. White, 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 white.
From midfield, here's Carr. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to air one out. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Following the interception, Mayfield. And the Raiders have got him.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Gone. Over.
Mayfield to throw it. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. Room here to run. There goes Duke Johnson. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. When they dialed up that fourth down run, something tells me they didn't envision it hitting all the way up in the end zone.
No, I think you're right about that, but how many times do we witness short yardage runs, stacked defensive front, everyone pressing the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, there's not much help on the backside there.
If you pop through, there's no one back there, and we just witnessed it there. A long sprint to the end zone. Probably looking around wondering, where did everyone go?
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Mayfield on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's a give to Crowell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey! White! Hey! Raider 2! Hot!
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only. As incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Raider 1.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever. The way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, here we go. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are pouring it on. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Leopard!
from the shotgun. It's Mayfield underneath for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They find some open field here. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
OP. White. Go. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, 7:34. 6:37. Purdue.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns continue to roll. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Carr to throw on second down. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Ryan Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Smith catches left side. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. What a game for the rookie Baker Mayfield. 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Browns are pouring it on. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They go play action here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just touched about the game of football. They give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
First down, Mayfield. Letting one go deep for the end. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns continue to roll.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Where's the hunt, hunt, hunt? Where's the hunt, hunt, hunt?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He's got his man on the crossing route. That goes for a gain of 31.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A toss play to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Mayfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Four down. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Man open left side is Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On first down, Carr over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. On first and 10, here's Carr. It's caught by Corral. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Carr now on first down. His throw incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Hold on. 14. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that. Express. Mike 14.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a third and long.
Low. 14's the mic.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to go down again. Olivier Vernon. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. so it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns are pouring it on. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. On the return, it's Washington. And he's all the way up across the 40. And down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Carr now on first down. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Nelson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. J.J. Nelson, 89 yards. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Browns getting set to go. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They run with Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns continue to roll. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. On the return, it's Washington. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
808. Check your backer.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey. 4 down.
Now it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
694. Hey. Later 2. Later 2. Go Chief.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Catch made right side by Wilson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Cover 0. Single. Go. Get set. Low.
Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a play fake. Carr. Wilson snags it left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Go. Get set. You got 3. Purdue. White. Go. Get set. White. Low.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Hey, 734. 734. 734. Man, that's trash. 93. 93. What's it? Hunt. Check back 21. Check back 21.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And now here's another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
93. 93. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
7:34. Hey, Raider 2.
To throw again. Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Geno Atkins in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
6:18.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle here to Wilson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for him. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On first down, Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Carr, incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr on the bootleg. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do.
Odell Beckham Jr., the 40, 20, 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Terrence Mitchell. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Gun! Over!
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bet on bet. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, my we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the ape man. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle.